Welcome back to our Halloween show. Off with Evil Ernie from 1998. This is second series 1B, limited premium edition in near mint condition for $10.
I'm gonna try to get back there now.
This is a Something is Killing the Children number 11, one per store variant that we just got in, and we're asking $25 for that. We have Something is Killing the Children number 2 for $20. Number 3, retailer variant virgin cover is $20. Number 4, $20. Wouldn't be Halloween without Elvira. I got to meet Elvira because Spears performed every year at Knott's Berry Farm. They just brought her back in the last year or two to perform. But, of course, now, this year, I don't think they're open. In the this is one of the series of comics that they did for Elvira. They started doing comics. It's $4. Number 2 is $4. This is a number 2 1 in 20 variant, and it's $10. And it's basically the same image, just like a virgin cover. Number 3, $4. A number 3 variant for $4. Number 3 variant for $4. And this is a number 4. Oops. Another number 3 variant. Because I had more than I thought. Oh, okay. No, there was a number 3 photo cover in there. That's what was confusing. This is another variant. And then the number 4. Also $4. How are we doing, Ashley? Are we...
Carlos said that it's better now, so hopefully you guys can see us better and hear us better. Something's going on with the internet around here because it was timing out, so we left and came back, and hopefully it's a little better. I'm trying to get the comments pulled up on the desktop so that I can answer you guys.
When we started doing this, we knew we would make mistakes, and the first week we had trouble, and then I said, well, next week we'll make new and different mistakes, which we did. And so then this week we got, all those things fixed, and then now we're having these technical problems. It's just the way of it, I guess. There's no getting around this.
Keeps it interesting.
Yeah. At least it's live this way. Because nobody would do this on purpose.
And we did post the other video in case you missed the first half or the first few minutes.
So when we're done, you can go back and watch the beginning of the show, and then try the second part again. Here's a Vampirilla number 113 magazine size. This is how they originally came out. Very good. This one's $46.
Let me see if I can just turn the volume.
Ashley's going to make a little adjustment here.
I'm going to try to turn the volume up. Maybe that's better. They're saying that they're having a little bit of hard time hearing you. Maybe you can hear it better now. I tried turning the volume up.
This is a 2019 Volume 5, number 1, cover H. This is a 1 for 30 retailer incentive cosplay virgin cover variant, and it's running $8. This is a number 2, cover H, retailer incentive variant cosplay virgin cover, 1 in 30, and this one's running $10. This is a number 1, J. Scott Campbell, 1 for 75 variant, $25. And this is the Frazetta variant, using Frazetta art on 2019 number 1. It's a 1 in 100 variant, and we're asking $30 for that. And this is issue number 5, and it's cover G. This is a 1 in 20 retailer incentive variant, and we're asking $5 for that.
So I just turned the volume on your phone all the way up, and some people are saying that it still sounds kind of low, but then others are saying that it sounds great to me. So maybe you just need to shout a little bit.
I will speak a little louder for those who are having a little trouble. All right, I have a couple more magazines. This one's from 1970, Creepy number 34, and very fine. We're asking $30 for this. It's Beware the Strange Man in the Lifeboat. He's trying to control your mind. So this could be part of your collection for $30.
Carlos said it did help, so.
Oh, good.
Great. Hope you guys can hear us.
This is a 1973 Skywald magazine called Scream. This is issue number 1. It's in a very good to fine condition. It's $55. Has just a fantastic skeleton cover. This is a Boris Karloff Tales of Mystery number 29 from 1970. It's a gold key comic in fine condition, and we're asking $6 for it. This is another Boris Karloff Tales of Mystery number 50. It's in fine, and we're asking $6 for it. It's from 1973, Legend of the Totem by Arnold Drake. Arnold Drake was an interesting guy. He got scarlet fever when he was 12, and he was bedridden for a year, and so he started drawing comic strips, and it led to a lifetime of drawing comics. He had a brother that had a neighbor that was Bob Kane, who created Batman, and so his brother introduced him to him, and Bob Kane introduced him to the editors at DC, and so he ended up doing Batman number 98 in 1956. And then he went on to create Doom Patrol for them. But he did a lot of work for a lot of other companies, and this is an example of something he did in the 70s when horror comics got really popular in the 70s, and then again now. But this is a good example of a book from the 70s that was done by Arnold Drake. During that same time, Dark Shadows, the TV show, was very popular, and this is a comic book number 25. It's very good. It's $8, and this is from 1974. This is a gold key Dark Shadows number 9, in very good, and it is $10.
Carlos said, how much was the Boris? He can't hear it, so I can reply to him.
Both of those were $6 each. And I have a Dark Shadow number 8 in very good. It's a gold key comic from 1971, and this one's running $10. This is more Chaos Comics. This is a Lady Death 2 Between Heaven and Hell Premium Edition, limited to 10,000. This is a black velvet wraparound cover, and it's $20. Lady Death the Crucible, 1/2. This is the white linen sketch variant, and it comes with a certificate of authenticity. I know you can't see much because it looks like just a white cover, but it's a linen cover. And it was a Wizard mail-away comic, and we're asking $20 for that.
Carlos wants the first Boris.
Okay.
The first one.
All right. This is a Lady Death swimsuit edition, number 1, red velvet cover, in fine condition, and it's $25. This came out in 1994, and oh yeah, it's beautiful on the front. It looks perfectly mint on the front. It's fine condition because on the back, along the spine, there are a lot of like lines, like ticks on the back. That's how the book came in from the printer. But the front is beautiful, so this would be a great book to display on the wall, and so it's $25.
Can you guys let us know if you can hear us or if you're still having trouble? hearing us.
Chaos Comics is no more, but many of the characters live on with the original creator, Brian Pulido, doing a new company called Coffin Comics. They do a lot of their things online, but we still stock whatever they offer to us. So this is a Oblivion Kiss #1 incentive cover from 2017 in very fine condition, and we're asking $20 for this.
Okay, so Leah and Dustin both said that it sounds good. Ricky Mydell said it sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. Oh, this is a fun book. This is a Del Giant #23. It's a Little Lulu and Tubby Halloween Fun comic from 1959. And it's $24 and very good. Little Lulu was my mom's favorite comic book. And a little bit earlier in the 50s, she and her friends used to get them and read them and giggle all day, and they just really, really enjoyed Little Lulu. So every time I see one, I think of my mom and how much she really did love comics, which is how I probably ended up doing this. I just watched the trailer this morning for the movie that's going to come out based on this comic, and it was a really very interesting trailer. The story behind Morbius is that he's struggling to cure himself of his vampirism. This is from this year, #1, and it's running $5. We have #1C, which is a Brian Reber cover, and it's $4. A 1E by Holtz. This one's $5. This is a #2, and it's $4. The trailer looks so great for this movie.
Ricky Mydell says, I love your hat, Nancy.
Thank you, Ricky. I thought it would be good to be a little festive tonight since we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary here in Tennessee.
Woo-woo.
And it's Halloween, which is really one of my favorite holidays. It's kind of hard between this and Christmas, but I like Halloween a lot.
Yes, my favorite holiday for sure.
Cool. And it's this is a 2C for $4. This is a 3A, also $4. We have a 3B. It's $4. I sense a theme here. And a 4B variant, that's $4. And lastly, a 5B, whoop, got my hat, is a variant cover for $4. Every year, The Simpsons do a TV show of the Treehouse of Horror, but they also have, in the past, always done a comic book as well. This year, I know that they delayed the Treehouse of Horror till after Halloween, which has happened in the past before also. But they're not publishing comics anymore, so we have to live through the previous ones. This is #8, and it's in fine, and it's $9. Yep. This is #9, and it's $12, and very fine. Make sure I'm looking at the right. Yes. Okay, this is #10, and it's $15 in near mint. This is the Monsters of Rock issue that features Alice Cooper, Gene Simmons, and Rob Zombie, and also Pat Boone. So if you're a fan of any of those folks, you may want to get this one. #11 is $8 near mint. And #12, also $8 near mint.
Those are so cool. That was my favorite episodes of Simpsons growing
They're
up.
the most outlandish episodes because they kind of can do anything on Halloween.
Yeah.
And they get a lot of guest writers and they do crazy stuff. And this one's #13. It was done by comedians Thomas Lennon, Patton Oswalt. It's $15 near mint. I don't have a copy tonight, but number 20, my husband actually wrote one of the stories. In the story, Bart and his friends get trapped in the mall, and it's a zombie issue,
cool.
and we had so much fun with that. I really miss him writing Simpsons because it was always good times, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, next I want to talk a little bit about Lovecraft. This is a hardcover that we stock at the store. This is a collection of his stories, 6 of them with full color illustrations. So it's not a graphic novel, it's actually a novel of short stories. And it's a Horror Out of Arkham. And it's $16.99. So I recommend this book. It's a good way to get started reading Lovecraft. And this is a tribute to Lovecraft. It has a Mike Mignola cover. And it's a first appearance of a character named Dr. Gasparo Coffin. It's Dark Horse Presents number 142 in mint condition, and that one is $8.
We do have that Lovecraft thing behind you too, the Cthulhu.
I will get out of the way. This is a Cthulhu statue that we have in stock, and it's $49.99.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And it's heavy too, so you can tell like it's good quality. Whatever it's made out of, it's heavy.
We also have a similar item from it. It's the Pennywise.
It's the Swamp
statue.
Edition. Yeah.
It's the Swamp Edition right here, and that one's running $49.99. Very scary. And next to him is our Candyman 3, Day of the Dead action figure, and that's running $25. And up top here, this is a Absolute Carnage, one of the large sized pops. It's been very popular. It's $28.99.
And it's actually the last one we have left.
It is our last one, and they're sold out. So that all of those bigger figures seem to sell out pretty quickly. So
the detail on that is crazy.
Yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful statue, and really worth having. It's really really great. We have some Ghostbusters items on hand. Over here we have the gun that was from 1984, and we're asking $20 for that.
It actually has 2 of the little foam things.
Yeah, it has the
shoot
little
out
yellow
of it.
foam things in it. It has the stickers and everything. It's very, very cool. We got in plush last week. There's 3 different ones. There's a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, the Ghost, and the Slimer. And those are running $10.99. Ghostbusters is good at Halloween time, but it's actually pretty funny all year round. So hopefully you get a chance to rewatch it this season and maybe pick up some collectibles. We also have some very rare Ghostbusters items from 1986. We have the Ectoplasm slime. They still have the slime inside them from 1986, and they run $150 for each canister. But really, really hard to find, because most kids, played with it throughout the container. So that's why there aren't very many of those around. Okay. I'll move into a few things that maybe aren't only borderline horror. Oh, and I have a few variants too. Then I'll return to some horror stuff in a little bit. First, I want to show everybody this Swamp Thing young adult novel that recently came out. It's called Twin Branches, and it's a backwood horror story. And it runs $16.99, and it's a graphic novel for young adults in color. It's a nice book, so if you or any younger people in your family might be interested, come on by for that. We have Fables #1. This is the variant cover from 2002. It's in near mint condition, and we're asking $60 for that. Got a few variants that came out in the last week or two. This is a Dune number 1 per store variant, and it's running $15. This is a Venom 29 Stegman black and white variant. It's a 1 in 25, and it is $20.
It's such a cool cover. I always find myself like just looking at it when it's behind me.
So that's what you're doing at work?
Yeah.
Just staring at Venom 29.
Dennis Allen says hi.
Hi,
He's
Dennis.
watching. Hi, Dennis.
This is kind of an unusual item. It's published by Whitman, who's well known for publishing comics, but it's actually a coloring book. It's a UFO coloring book. It's from 1975. None of the pages have been colored in it, so you could be the first. But really, it's more of a collectible for the UFO collector. It's running $25, and the book itself's in good condition. This just came in. This is a new X-Men number 128. It's the first appearance of Phantom X. It's a key book in near mint, and it's written by Grant Morrison, and we're asking $25 for that.
And if you guys are watching, please share our video too, so that other people that might be interested in our books might, see something they want.
Also, if you're an in-store customer, we'll put the books in your bag, and we ask that you come pick them up this weekend. If we need to ship you the books, please send us your PayPal email address in the comments so that Ashley and I can create an invoice for you, and we will ship 1 to 6 books for $7 and 7 or more books for $15, unless they're larger items like magazines that could affect the shipping. But we will definitely give you a quote when we're ready to ship. So just let us know your PayPal address, and we'll be glad to send you an invoice. Let's see. Oh, I also wanted to tell everybody that to follow us on Facebook if you're not already, and that we've been putting up a new release video every Tuesday night around 8 o'clock or so. And we also post that on YouTube later so that you can see all the new books that are coming out that week. This is a Poison Elves comic that is a limited edition number 2, and it's signed by Drew Hayes. The artist is Jason Alexander, and it's a limited edition of 600 copies, and this is number 349. And with it comes this certificate with the signatures on it. It's kind of like a book plate for the comic. Drew Hayes was an interesting guy. Unfortunately, he passed away when he was 39 from a heart attack, which is why we don't see new issues anymore. But he had a really big following, and he used to have an ongoing feud with Brian Bendis in his letter columns. His books always had really long letter columns, so they're real interesting reading. This is a Poison Elves I, Lucifer archive edition number 1, volume 1 from 1991, and it had 1,000 copies that they made. This is number 355 of 1,000. It's in very fine condition, and it's $20. We also have a number 2, also signed, and it is number 375 of 1,000 from 1992, and it's running $25. Okay, this is an Amazing Spider-Man 654.1. This is the first appearance of Flash Thompson as Venom, and it's in very fine, and we're asking $20 for that. This is an Amazing Spider-Man 795, featuring Loki as Sorcerer Supreme, and this is in mint condition, and we're asking $10 for that. We just got this in. This is a Carnage Mind Bomb #1 from 1996 in fine. It's written by Warren Ellis and is going for $50. I love all these foil covers. Can't go wrong. Annihilation Conquest Wraith #3 in fine. It has a couple of spine creases right up in here, but it's $8. It's been kind of a hard book to find. This whole series has been very hot lately. This is an Absolute Carnage sketch variant, and we're asking $50 for that. Carnage seems to have a big resurgence lately. This is an Absolute Carnage 1 for every 100 incentive variant, and it's a Bagley cover, and it's in near mint condition, and we're asking $50 for this one as well.
Carlos said he claims Carnage. Thanks.
Does he claim
which Carnage do you want?
The Carnage Mind Bomb? Pretty sure that's the one he wants. Okay. I have a few variants and Batman books coming up here. This is the Dark Knight's Death Metal 1 variant, $6. We've been out of this for a little bit and just got them back in. Same with this one. This is a Batman 98.
Carlos said Nancy knows me pretty good.
Getting there. Getting there. Batman 98 variant. This one's $5. Batman Shadow the Bat, #83 in fine. This is the first appearance of new Batgirl, and it's $8. This is a mint condition copy from 1986 of Batman Dark Knight Returns, the Frank Miller book. This is #2, and we're asking $50 for that. It's a beautiful copy. This is a graphic novel, and you don't see it too often that out-of-print graphic novels go up in price that much, but this one has. This is a first printing of Batman Prey. It collects Batman Legend of the Dark Knight #11 through 15. It's a 120-page of comics, and it's in fine condition, and we're asking $20 for it. So while we're on the theme of Batman,
you got those? You need me to hand them to you?
Yeah, I can't reach. I've got some good comics over here.
There's that guy. And then this
All right, thank you.
You're very welcome.
I want to talk a little bit about Absolute Batman The Long Halloween. This is a $75 slipcase hardcover that, although just a wonderful story. Long Halloween is a story about all different holidays, and it kind of kicks off with Halloween. So this is the most deluxe version that we have. This is the Absolute version. We also have, for $49.99, you can get the Noir version. This is all in black and white, and with art by Tim Sale. We also have the trade paperback, and we have back issues of Long Halloween in stock, so it's a good time to put that together. And this I have an unusual Tim Sale item. It's not particularly Batman related, although there are some drawings in here that are of like Catwoman. But this is an ash can that he did of black and white drawings of women in 2005, and I've been seeing these selling online for $50 for books that are not as good condition as this one. This one's near mint, and It had an original cover price at $20 back in 2005. So there aren't very many of these around anymore. You don't see them offered too often. But I came across this today while I was going through some books, and I'm asking $40 for it. So if you're a Tim Sale fan, you should definitely add this to your collection. Okay. Now we're going to move back a little bit into horror. I have a few kind of interesting items. First of all, Stephen King, Lawnmower Man is in this Bizarre Adventures Marvel comic from 1981. This is Bizarre Adventures number 29. In very good condition, and we're asking $4 for that. This is a slipcase hardcover with a jacket, book jacket, that has never been out of the shrink wrap, and it is a Feast of Fear. It's number 221 out of 550 of these that were ever made. It's a book with conversations with Stephen King, and from 2008, and I've been seeing them offered on eBay for $120, $150 a piece. I do have a couple of these in stock, so I'm offering this tonight at $40.
Wow, that's a great price.
So if you are as fascinated with Stephen King as I've always been, you'll want to have a copy of this to read. I've read a number of his books about writing. His book on writing is wonderful, and interviews with him are interesting. I actually got to meet him at a convention in Nashville back in the 80s.
I was just going to ask you. I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. I actually helped save him from dying.
Yeah.
And all the famous books he wrote after that would not have occurred. And this was like in the early 80s. He almost fell off a roof at a party, and I was there to help grab his feet.
That's an awesome story.
Yeah, it was fun times back then. Fun times. A lot of beer involved.
Always makes for a great party.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's why he was falling. He had a beer in each hand, and he just kind of started to slip.
Carlos said, "Can I please see the Wrath book again?"
Yeah. Can you dig that out, Ashley? It's going to be in this pile, I believe.
In this one?
Yeah. So, Stephen King survived the party and went on to have a son named Joe Hill, who writes under the name Joe Hill. And he has a whole line of comics that's been coming out from DC. The one that has the most interesting title of all of them is this one, Basket Full of Heads. And so we have a run of these. This is number 1. These are $4 each. We have number 1, 2, number 3, and number 4. And this one is number 5. Or you can get this wonderful hardcover for $24.99 that has 1 through 5 in it. And we have a lot of other Joe Hill books in stock too. If you are interested in horror, he's a wonderful writer, just like his dad.
The Dollhouse one is pretty interesting too.
Yeah, I actually read the Basket Full of Heads and then started in on the Dollhouse, and it's a really interesting story. And for Carlos, here is that Conquest Wraith again, and the book is beautiful all through here. The only thing wrong with it is right here, there's a spine tick that goes all the way around, which is why it's graded and fine. But it kind of blends in with the artwork because it looks kind of like there's little white spots everywhere. So it's not terribly noticeable, but it is graded at fine as a result of that crease. So
Carlos said he meant to say please.
Oh, it's always nice to be polite. Thank you, Carlos. It's so easy to not be, How much time do we have, Ashley?
Well, since we kind of came on late, we can. If you got a few more books, you can go ahead. We have about 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I just want to know whether I should go to the backup box Or save that for next time. So I'm going to move now into the 25% off casebook sale.
So this is all stuff that was in our cases offered at 25% off?
Yes.
Okay.
These are items that we had on hand that we haven't found homes for yet. So hopefully a little reduction in price will make you want them in your home. This is a Marvel feature, presents The Defenders #3 from 1972. It's in fine condition, and we've been asking $23.50 for it. It features Doctor Strange and Submariner, and at 25% off, that would run you $17.50. I've had a number of customers argue with each other about whether it's Submariner or Submariner.
I think Submariner.
I think it's
better.
Submariner. This is another one of those Absolute Carnage books, but this one's the premier variant, and it was a 2 per store variant. We've been offering it $50, but we're going to give 25% off. It'll be $38.50. Yeah, it's got such a beautiful fade out cover. It's very pretty. This is Amazing Spider-Man 25. This was a 1 for 100 retailer incentive comic. We've been offering it at $60, but at 25% off, it would run you $45. From back in 2016, this is the DC Universe Rebirth #1 in near mint condition. This is a 1 for 100 retailer incentive variant. When it came out, it was selling for quite a bit, like up to $100 a copy. But right now, I'm offering this one. This one's actually not at 25% off, but I'm just offering it for $12. So it's in near mint. So if you don't have one, this would be a great time to get one.
Uncle said that, yes, but the distant Lee himself called it Submariner.
Submariner. Who called it that?
Uncle Jesse said that the distant Lee himself
Okay.
called it that.
But I still think it's Submariner.
I think so.
But, you know, that's one of those good things to argue about. This is Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows #2 from 2015, and very fine. This is a Comic-Con International variant from San Diego, and we've been asking $60 for it, but at 25% off, it would run you $45. I have a House of Mystery #137 in fine condition. And we've been asking $27 for it. At 25% off, it would be $20.25.
Ricky Mydell said, can I get the DC Rebirth you just showed?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. We'll put it in your pool for you.
This is a Green Lantern 50 1 in 100 variant, retailer sketch variant from 2010, and we've been asking $75 for it. At 25% off, it's $56.25. What's so funny over there, Ashley?
Uncle said, stupid autocorrect. That should have been Stan Lee.
Well, I thought that's what he was talking about, but I didn't want to question it.
I thought he meant
like he was far away. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't understand.
Or that he passed away. I don't know.
No, he has passed away.
Yeah. So when he said distant, I thought he meant
This is our little shrine right here to Stan Lee.
And no, he's
Can you
not
see
for
that?
sale. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, he's not for sale, but we do have a Stan Lee, and this is our friend Batten Lash, who's a wonderful artist. He passed away in the last couple of years. His birthday would have been yesterday. And then Dave Stevens, who created The Rocketeer. This is our little shrine to our friends that have gone.
Carlos said, how much was the ASM Renew?
The ASM
Amazing Spider-Man Renew.
Renew Your Vows. this one, the San Diego Comic-Con variant, where normally it's $60, but tonight it's $45. And since we were just talking about Arnold Drake creating Doom Patrol, here is an old Doom Patrol, number 96, in very good. It's from 1965, and it's $14.50 and very good. So on sale tonight for $10. And this is an Amazing Spider-Man 25, one for $50 variant. We've been asking $40 for it, but tonight $30. Thank you to everybody who's claimed books tonight. I really appreciate that. Please share this video with your friends. Our next show will be in 2 weeks. It'll be November 13th, making it Friday the 13th.
Oh wow, that's cool.
How much more worse could the technical aspects go on Friday the 13th? I don't know. Maybe it'll be better. We'll have to see.
Ricky Mydell also wants the Doom Patrol. Yes.
Oh,
sir.
wonderful, Ricky. That's an awesome book. Here you go. So hopefully I'll see everybody that claimed books this weekend. We'll have them for you to pick up.
We'll also put this video on our YouTube channel too.
Yeah, the video will be going up on the YouTube channel as soon as we're done. And what else,
Anything
Ashley?
else? I don't know what else is going on this week. Not much. New books will be out Tuesday.
It's going to be a little
Wednesday.
chillier this week, which is kind of nice.
Yes.
Hopefully it'll be pleasant enough. I like the crisp weather though. I can
Me
barely
too.
find my driveway. We've got so many leaves in the driveway. Is there anything else anybody else wants to see before we go?
Thank you to everybody for watching and hanging out with us and putting up with us through our difficulties.
Yes, we appreciate you. We will try to make new and different mistakes on the next video in a couple weeks. And also, please check our Facebook page for the new releases video that I make every Tuesday night. That way you get the first look at all the different covers that are coming out.
And if you see something on there that you want us to put in your bag, let us know. Give us a call at the store and we can snag it off the shelf for you so that you get the books that you want.
Also, if you're a Pullbox customer, you can go in your Pullbox account and order those books when you see them during the new release video. Because the first thing I do when I come in on Wednesday morning is go into Pullbox and pull all the books that people request overnight. So if you watch the video on Tuesday night, you can get first crack at some of those rarer books. And I think that's everything. Happy Halloween to everybody. Be safe and just have a really wonderful time tomorrow night. And we will be back in 2 weeks for another show.
All right, and Carlos, real quick before we go, he said he wants the ASM renew.
Great, thank you, Carlos. I appreciate you so much.
And Dennis Allen, not much else going on, but you're always welcome to come hang out at the shop with us.
That's true. Ashley and I are here every day except Monday. We're here Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 6, and on Sunday I'm here from 1 to 6. And we just always love to see you come by. So just come on in and spend a little time with us in person. Thanks, everybody. Happy Halloween.